Have you ever wondered how the way people see themselves relates to the decisions they make? Well, researchers and psychologists are curious too. They've been looking into a personality trait called narcissism, which is all about being really self-centered and wanting lots of attention. What they've found is pretty interesting, as there seems to be a connection between narcissism and making decisions that are poor in nature. Imagine someone who's always bragging, thinks they're better than everyone else, and constantly needs others to tell them how amazing they are. That's a bit like a person with narcissistic traits. When these traits come into play, it turns out these individuals might not always make the best choices in different parts of their lives. In this discussion, we'll dig into this connection between narcissism and making not-so-great decisions. It's like unraveling a puzzle to understand why some people, because of their self-centered tendencies, might struggle with making good decisions, and what this means for their overall happiness and how they interact with others. Narcissism, a multifaceted personality trait with deep psychological implications, prominently features an exaggerated sense of self-worth coupled with an insatiable craving for admiration. This intricate characteristic exerts a profound influence on the decision-making processes of individuals who exhibit narcissistic tendencies. The inherent self-centered focus, a hallmark of narcissism, functions as a powerful lens through which these individuals navigate their lives, making choices that often prioritize personal needs and desires over the well-being of others. This prioritization, while serving to bolster their own self-esteem, simultaneously creates a dynamic that can lead to the inadvertent oversight of crucial information. The intense desire for validation becomes a driving force, potentially overshadowing the rational evaluation of alternatives and contributing to a decision-making paradigm that is, at its core, rooted in the pursuit of self-interest. Also, the impact of narcissism on decision-making extends beyond the mere prioritization of self. It encompasses a subtle yet pervasive dismissal of alternative perspectives, as individuals with narcissistic traits may be more inclined to downplay or disregard viewpoints that do not align with their own sense of importance. This cognitive bias, born out of the perpetual need for admiration, can result in a skewed decision-making process that lacks the depth and breadth necessary for a comprehensive understanding of a given situation. The myopic nature of such decisions becomes apparent as the narcissist may inadvertently overlook critical details or fail to consider the potential ramifications of their choices on others. The intricate give and take between narcissism and decision-making unveils a complex web of influences that shape the cognitive processes of individuals with these personality traits. The intense need for validation, when coupled with a self-centered worldview, creates a unique psychological landscape that not only impacts the prioritization of personal needs, but also molds the way information is perceived, evaluated, and ultimately incorporated into the decision-making framework of the individual. Before we continue, please take a second now to subscribe to the channel. We would appreciate your support. With that, let's get right back into the video. In addition to the self-centered prioritization of needs, another pivotal factor contributing to the intricate link between narcissism and suboptimal decision-making is the propensity for excessive risk-taking. Individuals with narcissistic traits frequently display impulsive behavior, driven by a desire for immediate gratification and excitement, often at the expense of considering potential consequences. This inclination toward risk-taking becomes a pervasive theme in various aspects of their lives, extending its influence from financial decisions to the intricacies of personal relationships. The ramifications of such behavior often manifest as negative outcomes, further highlighting the impact of narcissistic tendencies on the decision-making processes of these individuals. The impulsivity associated with narcissism leads to a decision-making paradigm that lacks the careful consideration and foresight typical in more measured approaches. This tendency to prioritize short-term gains over long-term consequences may be rooted in a belief held by narcissistic individuals that rules and societal norms do not apply to them. This perception further exacerbates the correlation between narcissistic traits and poor decision-making, creating a cycle where the pursuit of immediate satisfaction takes precedence over a thorough evaluation of potential risks and benefit. Consequently, the intertwining of impulsivity and narcissism becomes a defining characteristic that not only shapes the quality of decisions made, but also underscores the broader psychological landscape within which these decisions unfold. When you take a look at the relationship between narcissism and risk-taking behavior, we gain a deeper understanding of the psychological mechanisms that contribute to the complexity of decision-making for individuals with narcissistic trait. The exploration of this facet expands our comprehension of the nuanced interplay between personality dynamics and the choices individuals make, shedding light on the intricate web of factors that collectively influence the outcomes of their decisions in both personal and broader social contexts. Moreover, the intricate interplay between narcissism and decision-making extends into the realm of interpersonal relationships, adding another layer of complexity to the dynamics at play. The constant craving for admiration, a hallmark of narcissistic traits, often gives rise to manipulative and exploitative behaviors. Individuals with narcissistic tendencies may find themselves prioritizing their own interests above the well-being of others, thus shaping decision-making processes within the context of relationship. This proclivity for manipulation can have profound implications on the quality of decisions made, as individuals with narcissistic traits may leverage their interpersonal skills to orchestrate situations that align with their own desires. The pursuit of control and dominance becomes a driving force, overshadowing rational and ethical considerations in the decision-making process. Consequently, decisions made within the framework of relationships may be compromised, as the need for admiration and the desire to maintain a sense of superiority take precedence over collaborative and mutually beneficial choices. This exploitative aspect of narcissistic behavior introduces a dimension that further contributes to a pattern of poor decision-making, particularly in the intricacies of human connection. Exploring the intersection between narcissism and interpersonal relationships not only sheds light on the intricacies of decision-making, but also underscores the broader societal implications of these dynamics. The ripple effect of manipulative and exploitative decision-making within relationships extends beyond individual interactions, potentially influencing the social fabric at large. As such, understanding how narcissism shapes decision-making in the context of interpersonal relationships provides valuable insights into the multifaceted nature of this personality trait and its far-reaching consequences on both individual lives and broader social dynamics. The reverberations of narcissism on decision-making transcend individual behavior, casting a profound shadow over broader societal implications. Particularly in positions of power or leadership, individuals harboring narcissistic traits may wield influence in ways that prioritize personal success and image at the expense of the collective welfare of the community or organization they serve. This egocentric approach to decision-making can foster a climate of disregard for essential elements such as collaboration, constructive feedback, and the overall well-being of the collective. Within organizational or community frameworks, the impact of narcissistic decision-making becomes evident in the erosion of cooperative dynamics and the potential stifling of innovative and inclusive practices. The inherent focus on self-promotion and maintaining an elevated image may hinder the development of sustainable strategies that consider the diverse needs and perspectives of the community or organization. This not only jeopardizes the health and cohesion of the collective, but also raises ethical concerns regarding the responsibility of individuals in positions of power. Recognizing and understanding the intersection between narcissism and decision-making is not merely an exercise in personal growth. It is an imperative step in developing strategies to mitigate the potential negative consequences of narcissistic tendencies on a larger scale. Strategies aimed at fostering a culture of collaboration, accountability, and transparency can serve as a counterbalance to the potential pitfalls associated with narcissistic decision-making in positions of influence. By addressing these issues at the societal level, we can work towards creating environments that prioritize the well-being of the collective, encouraging decision-makers to navigate their roles with a heightened sense of responsibility and ethical consideration. In essence, unraveling the societal implications of narcissistic decision-making provides a pathway toward fostering healthier, more sustainable communities and organizations. In summary, how narcissism affects decision-making is quite complex. It doesn't just impact individual choices, but also influences how people interact with each other and how societies work. When someone is self-centered, takes impulsive risks, and manipulates situations, their decisions may not consider important information or other people's feeling. This becomes even more significant when such individuals hold positions of power, as they might prioritize personal success over what's good for everyone. This can lead to problems in teamwork and stop new and helpful ideas. Recognizing how narcissism can negatively affect society helps us come up with ways to make better decisions, like working together and thinking about what's right for everyone. Understanding these things isn't just about personal growth, but it's also about making communities and organizations better and more caring for everyone involved. Thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Your support would be appreciated. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.